Hey, welcome. Good to see you. Last we left off, we were looking at just some random animation in 5.6. So I'm excited to see how well 5.6 really does. Let's look at this in our sequencer. Select a control rig. I guess that doesn't save. So that's too bad because we had the show trails on selection. Don't want anything pinned. Unpinnable. There we go. So we were messing around with this animation motion trail, and that's cool, but we can probably animate it now too. First thing I want to do is try to get some more distance going on in there. I'm going to delete these cubes. I'm going to hide these other characters and hide this too. Okay, let's just start modifying this and see where we go with it. I've got an idea, but no real plan of execution or anything. So if you don't want to select just random objects in your scene, make sure this is highlighted over here, this select section. And now we will only select the control rig. So we want to move this. Actually, I want to pin this one. Let's pin selected and then say select deselect trails on selected objects. So if we go to this curve and the sequencer curves, I want to just increase the time here, increase the distance that we're moving. So let's change our selection here. Control T for transform, so let's do that. Set our anchor point here. Get more distance here. Not with everything, let's see. We don't want more distance here. Not while she's still on the ground. We want to make that distance start moving once she gets in the air. We don't want the entire curve. Come over here to our anim details. We're just going to select from here to here. And we're going to set our anchor point down here somewhere. So that's quite a bit of distance. Probably too far. So let's bring that back down. So we're getting some hang time in the air. We'll do something cool in the air. We'll hit the ground, and we will keep moving forward a little bit. Just kind of slow into that. Put some more keys there. And just a little further, just a little further. Oh, just a smidge. And then what I might do is do some rotation too. So once we hit the ground, we are rotating. I'm not sure which way. Let's go this way. That's weird. Is there a key there? There is a key there. I wonder why. Is there a key there on everything? In fact, there is. Oh, that's weird. Let's get rid of that key. Sorry, I sound like I have a frog in my throat or something. Let's try that. There we go. Goodbye. So we don't want to rotate before we hit the ground. We want to rotate after we hit the ground. Let's collapse this. Make sure that it isn't expanding. I don't like that expanding. Expand nodes on selection. I don't like that here. Okay, we're going to rotate, go back to Z, go back to our last view. And then here, we'll set this to 0. We'll copy and paste that. Then we'll set that to 0. And then we'll rotate some more. And let's say we want by the time we're here, we'll want a 360 so that we're facing, maybe let's try 180. Put that to 180. What type of keys are we auto selecting or auto creating? Cubic Smart. Okay. So we're rotating backwards. We kind of slow into it. That's a little fast. Like I'm not sure if we want to like come up here and then slow down in the air. So magical stuff, fantasy, power stuff. So I'm not really worried about being like too physics specific. Let me see. Looking for Y. Yeah, definitely slowing down here and then speeding up here. Let's remove some of that. Get some of that built in here. Not this one. Maybe these two. Then, whoops. If we do that one more time, see how that looks. Now we're dropping like a hammer. Wouldn't want to drop that fast. Go to Z. Bring that down. Really, I'm just working on our base action. It's like everything that's we're going to do from here on out will work on top of this action unless we want to change it. So gotta check it from these different angles. So like game stuff, you want to make sure that you're looking at every angle that you could possibly be moving in. So here, landing, and then let's break back a little bit. Yeah, that works. This is okay. Probably want that there like that. Smooth that curve out. This motion trail is working great. Maya would be chugging like crazy. And the one thing that I really am loving about what Epic is doing is that they're actually giving us some quality of life changes. Autodesk, it's like, hey, here's this new feature. But like, what about this old stuff that you put in that you never fixed? No, we're just moving on to something else. Never gonna come back. Never gonna update it. So I want to move this. I don't see it. Don't want to see any of that. There we go. All right, back to our sequencer and our character. So let's clean this up a little bit. Anim details. We come to our Z right around here. It's a little flat. That's what I'm feeling. just see about modifying these. Might try coming up a little bit more. Bring this ever so slightly down. I don't normally use this tween stuff. Coming up a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, it just drops right there. Let's create a little bit more time there. Move that one over. Maybe not that one. Yeah, we're hitting hard here. Just need to move that back a little bit. We'll see. Just fudging with these curves here. Just delete those. Okay. It's a little bit better. And depending on what we're doing with the posing later, it's here. Then we can modify that. Not necessarily animating to a camera. Just want to see it from these different views. See how it's playing out. That seems okay. Okay, let's start posing. Maybe the sword in there. And then attach it. We'll say that we want two swords. First one's going to be a weapon sheath. There it is, weapon sheath 2. And then we'll duplicate that, move it out. Then we'll come back and then we'll say weapon right, inner right hand. Then we'll select these guys and put them at 0. Okay. So that weapon right. I don't think I have a. Or do I? Not sure what I have off the top of my head. Nope, I don't have a prop bone. So let's create a prop bone. Let's go to, I want a shape, I'm going to want a cube. I am going to, I haven't messed with any of these constraints yet. Let's go ahead and just add that to the sequencer. Let's snap it to where we want it to be. We're on frame 0. Want this as the child actor. Let's say our right hand. No, anim. No. How would I select? Pre-select parent. Oh, nice. Weapon R. There we go. But I don't have that selected, so I can't actually snap to it. But it is there already, so that's fine, I guess. So that might be okay actually. Let's snap it anyway. Snap. There we are. Then I'm going to change the scale just so we can see it. 0.1. Wrong object. Put the transform here. 1.1. And it's a little off. how do I get it on? So that's that object. It might be that's that controller. Just trying to figure out. I don't have my skeleton up, which is too bad. But I think what I can do is we're going to select our cube, then we're going to add a parent constraint, and then we had our pre-selected parent, so we had weapon R. Oops, I'll undo that. I'm going to go back here, weapon R. Oops, we're going to not maintain the offset, we're going to create. Okay, there we go. So now everything's lined up. And then what I want to do is bake that down. Just 0, 0 here. So we should be in the right spot now. So we should be able to animate this. Okay, let's change the scale to be something useful. What are we looking at here? Go to child mode. There's no, that explicit mode is interesting. I would expect that to also look like explicit mode right there. Anyway, on the Y, we want this to be longer. Let's put that one here. Y will be 1 there, like that. Let's say, actually, 0.25. No, 0.5. There we go. Then I want to bake this down. You bake it, you bake that. Let's dump it. Okay, so we're there. That's just some key that we have over there. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to take the, we can pre-select. I can't select like another object here to be the child, which is too bad. But I think what I can do just for now is I can get rid of this here and I can bring it over here. Oh, it looks like you can drag stuff in here as the pre-selected parent. That's interesting. So yeah, I would want the cube there as the pre-selected parent. And then constrain parent. Now the sword should be following the cube. Neato. And then I want the cube to follow the hand at all times. So I want hand right. I want to say the cube, but I want to maintain the offset and create. All right. Let's drag this back here. And I move this around. All right. It is following. That's weird. So I select the cube, put it in the hand. The way that it should be in the hand. Not that one, not that one. There we are. Shift middle mouse is Y. Shift left mouse button is X. So if I go Z here, aha, cool. if you want to be really specific. Let's also change the scale again to 0.05. So it's a little smaller. 0.5. There we go. Now we can kind of see where it's pointing. But I guess I don't really need this to be longer. There we go. And we can really see it sitting in our hand. Control middle. There we are. Okay, cool. Got it in our hand. I guess I already did a fist, but this should follow. Neat. So I guess the idea is that this sword is in one location on the back, and then he unsheaths it, then does a slashing animation, and then hits the ground, spins 180, and slows down. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, we got that set up, and I'm actually really curious how these constraints will save. Because in 554 or 551, the constraints, I would have to like reset it up per file, like every time I open up the file again. So let's figure that out now. So let's go to recent level, go to traversal map. And so sequencer is closed now. So let's open it back up. See what happens. Trash. Oh, it did it. Very good, Epic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If I can delete those. Wonder. Oh, okay. Those are doing something. I don't know what exactly. Let's try deleting that one. That one's okay. Okay, that one's changing scale and rotation and all that. So let's bring up animation mode. Anim details on our cube. And we want to key this one. Whoops. Let's just go to here. And I want to make sure that those are the same values for scale. Copy this one to this one. There we are. And then the rotation comes in there. And what about rotation? Let's copy these. Min. Right on 5. And paste that right there. Huh. Still doesn't do anything, but that's fine, I guess. Might be something here with the constraint. No. I mean, I'm only animating from frame 0 on, so. Okay. So let's figure this out. Let's start posing our character. Just figure out some good poses for her. So here, let's start with our antic pose here. Scan clear. No, we don't want to do anything there. So we're going to set a key here and here. Let's pose this out. First things first. Let's set some constraints. I'm going to select pre-selected constraint. There. Select this one, I'm gonna hit parent constraint. I'm gonna maintain offset and create. See what that does. If I move these around, okay, good. Then I want to do the same with our pull vectors here. So set up our pre-selected parent, then parent constraint there. So that should work. Great, it does. So if we come here, it should still be set up. Okay. So let's save and hide these other things so we aren't distracted. I don't know where the sword went. Oh, I hid the sword. That's what I wanted to hide right there. Okay. There we are. Okay, let's get our character down into some sort of cool pose that we're about to like lift off the ground. So the hope with this is that figure out just a good workflow for animating. Ooh, can we overlay these? They moved where that is. Controls overlay, here it is. Animated related show flags. Show sockets. Show nulls. Show proxy controls. Hierarchy. Axis on selection. What's that? A. Okay, don't want that. And then controls as overlay. There we are. So now I can see these other controls. So we'll just do one pose and then probably call it quits for this animation. I mean, for this video, since it's going long, and I want to make sure that we're not speeding up, we're not slowing down. I'm just showing you the real deal process for creating this stuff. Can't select that one. There we are. So no glitz, no glamour. Just what does it take to get the job done? And sometimes some of that stuff is boring. You know, you're just moving your arms around, moving your character around, tweaking it just a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out a good antic pose here, character, so that when she leaps, I'm not sure I really want the sword in the hand or not right now. So we can deal with moving the sword around later. So the sword here on her back is like a, I mean, if we wanted to cheat it, right, I could just hide one bone or like scale one bone down, scale another one up on the grab point. And that's a very good way of cheating stuff. So what we want is that we're going to jump and take off, right? And then land, do something cool over here. So let's go ahead and change this pose to, let's select these here. Let's pose. So just looking for like gross changes here. That's a parent once world. There we are. So we're already a bit actiony. So she'd be coming from, let's say I have her come from this way and slide over. And she jumps out. Maybe because we're going this way now. Let's look at our. Should show the trail now. Okay, there it goes. So we're moving to the right, and then we're moving back to the left over here. Screen right, screen left. So, ooh, teeth. We may not want to do that. So I think the easier thing to do is move this controller. Let's do the body offset control. We're going to do Y here. I'm just going to move, oh, sorry, not Y, X. We're just going to antic this way. So we'll actually be coming from this way here. Rotating. Now it just got slow all of a sudden, like it's struggling to update. Struggling to grab too. It's interesting, like I had my mouse on it, it wasn't grabbing it. Yeah, it's doing something weird. What about frame 1? Frame 0? Okay, so we'll move that way, antic that way. And then we'll jump up. And let's create this kind of liftoff moment here. Get these feet back down. But before I do that, test these undos. We are going to be landing here. I just want to go ahead and set a key there. That way I retain that pose later on in the animation. So let's just stay on our keyframes now and let's not worry about in-betweens. Let's get those down. Get this up. We might be launching off the left foot, so the right foot might be up like that. So I'm just doing the legs here for now. We're just staying in our pose on everything else, just to see. Okay, cool. I think that's feeling cool. Check it from these different views. Feels like she's gonna do some cool slash. Need to fix that arc. Feels like it wobbles a little bit. but I think it's all feeling pretty cool right now. And nothing here that we have to stick with. Yeah, it goes up here, down, and then up. So let's fix that real quick, just because I'm looking at it. Looks like this should be, oh, I'm on the wrong. Oh, let's show keyframes. Would be helpful. Trails on selection. There we are. There's the keys. Oh, there just might be something different about what's going on with this, that body control. All right, let's move this up a little bit. A little wonky here. This might be over a little bit more. And that one might be over a little bit more that way. I mean, we're changing direction midair. How often can we do that? Let's turn these trails off. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. There's promise here. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for sticking with me. Created a couple poses, changed our motion, our trajectory that we're kind of working on, our arc that we're working on, and made a constraint for the sword to fit into the hand so that when we didn't actually have that rig set up, we can just kind of create it on the fly. So constraints and working with them are on basically ways to modify your rig as you work through your animation. So very cool, very cool. Check it out from this angle. All right. All right. Thanks for sticking with me. Uh, good luck in your animation journey out there. See you in the next one where we will continue posing our character.